Ernest Uday wins another jump ball. He's now 17-4 on jump balls so far this season. Miami in the road Blacks here in Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts, where it's still snowing outside. First game of the month for Miami. And it's going to be a huge month for Jay Lucas in his first season. And the game begins with a Malik Reneau three-pointer.
Yeah, he's a really good shooter from there, Evan. You can't leave him wide open there. And middle ball screen action, and he force you to tag the roll because Ernest Uday is such a lob threat. Someone's got to rotate over and take that three ball away from Malik Reneau.
Donald Hand Jr. answers in the lane, makes his first shot. That's a good sign for BC.
It's a great sign if he can get going. He's been a little bit inconsistent and erratic in his play. And strong start here, knocking down his first shot.
The freshman Shelton Henderson creates contact inside and will earn a trip to the free throw line. The foul called on Luka Taves.
Here, Shelton Henderson here is just overpowering. I think you have to put a bigger body on him. Staying between him and the basket is a difficult ask of anyone, and got to find a way to put a bigger body on him. He has to draw a crowd when he gets in that paint.
Double figures in 7 straight games for Shelton Henderson, the freshman from Houston.
Yeah, but I think he has emerged. When I think of the big three for Miami in the start of the season, it was Reneau, Donaldson, and Uday. I think it's now Donaldson, Uday, and Henderson. He's been that good lately.
And that's good news for Miami to have Uday be number 4.
Well, it is, because you know what you're going to get out of him.
Yeah.
He's going to give you 7 to 10 points and 10 rebounds. You can write that in the book right now. Any point he gives you beyond that is just a bonus.
Taves from the ACC logo in and out. Rebound, Reneau. Donaldson is the creator for this offense, and he lobs for Uday, who throws it down.
Have to manage his minutes because I think he has to stay in attack mode, and that's Trey Donaldson there. Ernest Uday. You don't stay between him and the basket, expect lobs.
Unable to answer at the other end as Payne comes up short. Reneau looking to back down Kapke. Malik Reneau missed it short.
That's the strength of this Boston College defense, I think, is at the interior. Both guys inside provide a lot of length and shot blocking ability.
Donald Hand Jr. Back outside to Payne. Shot clock, it's 6. Payne slithers through the lane, and Uday grabs his first rebound.
A lot of dribbling around the perimeter there for Boston College. Got to find a way to touch the paint.
Oh, Reneau was open. He attacks, met by a strong, dynamic defensive duo. Hastings and Kapke both there. Transition 3 won't go, but Kapke there for the stick back.
Great job there on both ends of the floor by Kapke. Challenges the shot by Reneau. He hits the ground. He continues to play rim runs, gets him a putback.
Miami on the attack again. High off the glass goes Henderson.
I think the bigs are going to have to come up to the point of the screen against Shelton Henderson. He's big and physical enough to get to the rim and finish at the rim in traffic and challenge these bigs.
Chase Forte and Salih Altuntas at the scorer's table. Subs coming next whistle. Kapke teardrop, no. Hastings keeps it alive, surrounded by Hurricanes. He scores and 1.
Great job there by Hastings. Sometimes as a big man, when they're switching, you've got to take advantage of that. Here, shot goes up. He gets inside, attacks the glass. Allen unable to block him out, gathers himself, creates a little space here, and goes to the line for the chance for an and 1.
Foul on the freshman Dante Allen. Hastings has potential to really change the game with his activity defensively. Only averages 6 points, 6 rebounds a game, but he's up there among the league leaders in blocks, and you see early on the way he can work in traffic.
You see that plus and minus there. That is a massive difference when he's not on the court. Defensively, he is the key. He erases all the mistakes. When someone gets beat, get to the rim. Finishing over Jaden Hastings is a tough ask of anyone. He's done a great job all year long of anchoring this Eagles defense.
In and out. Second chance. Not going to happen.
Just like that. That's Hastings' job there. Gets to the rim, challenges the shot, does not foul. Does a great job there.
Scoop shot from Hastings off balance, not even close. Henderson loses it. Here comes Payne the other way. Wes, thank you so much. Welcome to Chestnut Hill, everybody, alongside Randolph Childress, Evan Lepler, and a back-and-forth first 4.5 minutes here at Connie Forum. Miami with the early 2-point lead. And the Hurricanes playing for the first time in a week since a very slim loss to Cal on their home floor. Bowden Kapke for three gives Boston College its first lead of the day.
And we talked about that earlier with Coach Earl Robinson. Bowden Kapke's ability at that big spot to stretch the defense. Sorry, Earl Grant, I don't know what. But his ability to stretch the defense changes everything for Boston College. Because now you can't sag off in the paint. Hastings not a perimeter threat.
Dante Allen pulls it back out. Donaldson's going to need to create with the clock winding down. Rejects the screen. Donaldson gets to the rim and missed it. Henderson the stick back for two.
You've got to put a body on Shelton Henderson. He is going to the glass every time as a perimeter defender. You've got to know that.
First, second chance points for Miami. Kapke, not this time. Rebound Altuntas. Reneau got the first bucket for Miami, goes to work again and draws the foul. And that'll be the second team foul on BC. It's the first on Kapke.
And again, the depth of BC is their strength in this game.
Out of the timeout, it'll be two shots for Malik Reneau. He scored at least 20 points in each of his last 3 games. He was 12 for 14 at the line against Cal last Saturday. Finished with 24 points on just 8 field goal attempts.
Cal doubled him a lot. He didn't get a lot of field goals up. So far here, it looks like the Eagles are going to play him man-to-man.
1 of 2 this time for Reneau. Crossed over 1,500 points for his career last Saturday. Strong few years at Indiana before matriculating to Miami. 6 minutes gone, first half. Connie Forum looking high, and it goes in. Chase Forte gets the 2. Was that a shot or a pass?
I thought it was a pass when he first threw it, or shot it, I'd say. And I think he's the X factor. He's a guy that struggled early. Now he's starting to figure some things out, getting more comfortable in his role. And
if it was you, I would have known it was a shot.
It definitely was a shot. You didn't have to think twice if it was me.
Reneau stays with it. Gets an offensive rebound and a bucket for all his troubles.
I think Aiden Shaw, size-wise, going to have a difficult ask guarding Reneau in the post.
There's some good power forwards in the ACC right now.
I mean, he comes off here, freezes Reneau, and shoots the floater.
Maybe that was a shot. He didn't look too surprised.
No, not at all. I mean, it's a good look, and again,
it's a good sign if he gets going too, because like Hand, Forte has been up and down, but Earl Grant told us earlier today, if we can get him going, especially defensively, makes us a lot better. Reneau grabs the rebound, his 3rd already. Dante Allen kicks it. Corner 3 goes for Timo Malovitz.
Malovich with the open three, but the play was created by Allen in the dribble penetration. Right now, early in this game, both teams are getting good contributions from their bench.
And Miami knows that its depth is not what it used to be. Kapke draws the second foul on Uday.
I think Miami turns defense and the offense as fast as anyone. When that shot goes up, you got to commit. You can't hang around there trying to steal an outlet pass. 5 guys got to get back so you can match up. They get from one end to the other as quick as anyone.
Miami #1 in the ACC. Fast break points per game. Kapke at the line, and second foul on Uday. 12:34 left in the first half. If you're Jay Lucas, how do you manage this?
But now you're going to see that small lineup again. Now it's Reneau at the 5. And that's not a bad thing, because what it does is it puts perimeter shooting around him. Shelton Henderson now slides to the 4. And this is a better offensive group for Miami, but defensively they can be vulnerable to dribble penetration.
The Israeli junior Noam Dovrat is in the game for Miami. Donaldson with a beautiful pass, but it's blocked and a foul called on Shaw.
And that's what I mean, Evan. When they go to this small lineup now, you got to be careful. Who do you help off of? He comes off, he slips. You got to get a tag against a guy we talked about that's potentially a first-team All-ACC guy, but you're worried about a shooter that you just had knocked down a 3 possession before.
It's well done by Donaldson, timing that pass perfectly.
He plays the position as well as anyone. I just think his is just a matter of, it's not always in attack mode, and now the lack of depth, he has to do that. I think one of the best in the country at double-doubles for guards and assistants scoring. And the better he attacks, the better Miami offense is overall.
Reneau is averaging just a hair under 20 points per game. Season high 28 came against Pittsburgh. Off to a fantastic start through the first 8 minutes today, despite that missed free throw.
He's missed a couple here, but he's been really consistent all year long on the offensive end of the floor.
BC trailing by 4. Caleb Steger feeds it inside for Kapke. Going to work on the smaller Reneau. Unable to convert. Here comes Donaldson.
Now watch for Miami on the other end of the floor. They're going to continue to spread you out.
And then have Donaldson create, finding Reneau inside for 2 more.
You got to do something with Donaldson in that middle ball screen. You got to get the ball out of the middle of the floor, because the ball changes from weak side to strong side so fast you don't have time to rotate over.
Kapke answers immediately.
I think Miami on the other end, because they're so small now, they may have to look at some zone.
The battle of the bigs. We talk so much about the guards, Randolph, but it's the 2 big guys, Reneau and Kapke, that each have 9 points apiece. Forte into the traffic, rebounded by Malovitz.
Forte's got him watch. He shoots the shot. He can't tag and try to get the offensive rebound. He's got to get back and match up.
We got a clock issue. I think they set the clock to 20 instead of 30 after the BC for Wonderland.
We've got about, what, 4 inches today so far?
At least. And I'll tell you, I was inside Connie Forum last night. I came to the BC hockey game. It's chilly in here last night, as you would expect at a hockey rink. It is toasty right now.
It is really warm. I had to come out of my jacket here.
Henderson gaining confidence with every game. On the offensive glass, Altuntas making something happen, and that's a bonus for Miami.
It is. You want him to get it off the glass there. Great drive by Shelton Henderson. And when you rotate over as a guard, I don't want no part of having to try to crack down and box out Altuntas. He's going to win that battle more times than not.
First foul on Hastings. Altuntas has struggled from the free throw line. He's now 5 of 13 on the season. He has not played double-digit minutes in a game since December. And he missed them both. I'm told free burgers for the fans here at Connie. Usually that's a second-half promotion, but they get it out of the way early here in BC.
Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. You see Miami now back in that zone, and
they miss 2 more free throws. Do they get fries with it?
Yeah, or a drink with it.
Shaw keeps it alive. Clock's winding down. Payne pull-up. Tough shot. Would not go. And it's Malovitz with a rebound.
It's good possession defensively there for Miami. For Boston College, man or zone, the ball has got to touch the paint.
Renau's not on the floor. Neither is Uday. Dovrat over to Henderson. Malovitz. Tough shot over the contest from Payne. And loose ball scooped up in the corner by Hastings.
This is a lineup that BC, you want to take advantage of it.
Best shot that Payne has had so far. He couldn't make it, but Shaw tips the rebound out. And the pass goes through Payne's hands this time. Henderson in transition, defended really well by Aiden Shaw. And one ref says it's a jump ball, the other says it's Miami ball. Officials still conversing.
They're letting them play here. They on the drive. BC turns it over, and that's just really good defense. Shelton Henderson is a load. He initiates the contact and wants to foul. I thought a great job by the officials letting the guys play.
Neither team has scored in the last 2 minutes.
With their leading scorers out right now, and Reneau and Kapke, as Reneau steps back into the game.
Kapke's coming back next whistle.
Yeah. You get a sense this game, you can't let anyone get too far ahead when you've had the offensive struggles that both of these teams can have at times.
Taves, can he create something late in the shot clock? Payne back to Luka, foot on the line, 2. Rebounded by Reneau. This is a Boston College game so far.
It's played at the pace that they want to play, but now Miami's readjusting to the pace that they played once before. I think this is the style that they're going to have to play.
Because of their lack of depth?
Because of their lack of depth and the way they want to finish the season.
Not this time for Reneau, but the rebound comes out to Dovrat. Second chance, no. Third try, the charm for Malik Reneau.
You can see here early and often, there's just no answer for Malik Reneau. You're Jay Lucas. Can you keep him fresh? He's showing you he can lift you up offensively. And I think that's why you see this zone. It's not that they're resting in the zone, but it alleviates him having to chase everyone around.
In rhythm 3 for DJ Hand.
It's a great start offensively from him. He knocks down his first 3. He's not missed a shot here. And this is a different team when he gets it going on the offensive end of the floor.
He had games last year where that shot was a layup.
Yes. One of the better gifted scorers as a big guard that we had coming into this year and got off to a slow start.
What do you think the issue has been this year for him?
I think confidence and expectations. Just put too much pressure on himself, and sometimes you just want to get out there and just go play, and he started to do that.
No foul, it's a travel called against Altuntas. BC hanging around. That's the whole Allen crew from Miami Gardens, Florida is here. And the fact that he is with the team and was rebounding for him in warm-ups and in great spirits, pretty powerful stuff.
It is. I think it's one of the best stories in college basketball right now.
There's a GoFundMe out there raising money for all his medical expenses. That's raised over $77,000 already. You can see a link to it on the Miami website if you're interested in supporting Marcus on his road to recovery. And had a chance to chat with him before the game. Special young man, dealing with some adversity, and he's going to be back. I got no doubt.
He is, and it's just something tough to hear and see that he has handled it, his strength and what he means to this team. And
He was playing 19 minutes a game before he went out. 5 points, 3 rebounds. 6'7" sophomore. He would be in the rotation if he was fully healthy.
He was the first guard off the bench early in the year.
Foul was on Hastings, his second. Reneau back at the line. Here's Wednesday night's ACC Network basketball doubleheader. Starts with number 20 Clemson hosting Virginia Tech at 7 Eastern, and then Wake Forest in Atlanta to take on Georgia Tech at McCamish Pavilion. Like everything else, both are also available on the ESPN app. That's Wednesday night on the network.
Malik Reneau has been on a tear here to start this game.
Interesting day already in the ACC. Louisville winning on the road at Wake. NC State hanging on to beat Virginia Tech by 9 in Raleigh. Virginia getting a home win against the Orange of Syracuse. Donaldson in transition throws it to Henderson, who does the rest.
The guards of Boston College have got to get back, especially in this zone. Trying to get in front of Shelton Henderson is scary, but you got to do it. You got to get a body in front of him. Someone's got to pick up Trey Donaldson in transition a lot earlier than they're doing.
Both Taves and Hand could have pulled the trigger, and both were a little tentative. And now BC scrambling late in the shot clock. Taves rejected by Henderson. Dante Allen leads the break. Allen all the way. Timeout.
You know, difference in fast break points. If they want to get back in this game and keep it competitive, they have got to make sure they get back and set their defense.
And that really starts for BC with playing better offense.
Well, they got to attack the paint, drive, and I think they got to drive the class.
Nothing doing there for Payne. Transition opportunity again. Oh, beautiful spin move. Donaldson draws the hard foul on Jason Asamoah.
What a move here.
1 second he's here, 1 second he's gone.
See ya, I'll be right back. Wait here for a minute. Trey Donaldson again, I just think he's a different guy when he stays in attack mode like that. Unselfish player. As you see, he and I have the same hairstylist there, you know. As you said, you think it's the best in the ACC. It's why we go to the same hairstylist.
I figure he should lend some of it to you.
I'm proud of him now, and I made the comparison. He closes. He's one of the best closers in college basketball. And I compared him to Mariano Rivera, and he had no idea who he was. So today, the first thing I asked him was, did you do your homework? And he's like, yeah. So he got into his right-hand pitcher stance.
I think he said his dad gave him a little lecture about.
Yeah. Great job. That's great parenting right there. Dad had to make sure his son knew.
Trey Donaldson, a couple years at Auburn, started 37 games for the Michigan Wolverines in the Big Ten last season. Short hand can't connect. Danger zone time here for BC. These last 5 minutes of the half. Got to keep it within a manageable deficit. Reneau overpowering Aiden Shaw. Somehow BC gets the stop.
Yeah, they're going to continue to allow Reneau to play one-on-one. He's won that matchup more times than not.
Eagles, one of their last 10 from the field. They've missed their last 5 shots. And it's a reach and foul on Henderson. Donald Hand Jr. averaged almost 16 points a game last year. Of course, he was named the ACC's most improved player. His scoring a little bit down this year. Season low 6 points on Tuesday against Duke.
But he's still 14 and 5 a game. I think the problem has been he's just been real inconsistent there. That's not been the problem for Fred Payne. He's been really consistent, scoring up, averaging 20 points a game his last 8.
Maybe that'll get him going because he was 0 for 6 before that make.
I think he's more comfortable getting to his mid-range shot, especially getting to his left hand.
Donaldson pull up, no good. Another second chance here. It's Reneau from the other corner. Opportunity for Boston College in transition. Payne goaltending. Henderson shaking his head at the baseline official, but I think Payne got it off the glass a split second before Henderson got the deflection.
He tried to time it. You see him chopping his steps right there, getting ready to go, and
yeah,
just a great job by Payne there, just getting into the glass quick.
Back-to-back buckets for Payne.
Yeah, throw the numbers out. You got to allow him to go. He's got to maintain his level of aggressiveness.
Oh, some pressure defense in the backcourt for Forte to Payne. Timeout Miami. A little 6-0 spurt here from the Eagles.
And their pressure, trying to play a little faster. And they reeled off a few buckets here, got themselves back in this game.
Eagles, for the most part, have taken care of the ball. Only one turnover so far. And despite the fact that the rebounding disparity is +10 for Miami, only a 1-point difference in second chance points. Uday, 3 seconds is the call. Once in a blue moon, you see that. Well, tomorrow, don't forget our women's basketball action on a Sunday afternoon, starting with a play for K doubleheader. NC State, Virginia Tech at noon Eastern from the Castle. And then Indiana Navarre and number 25 North Carolina taking on Wake Forest. Like everything else, both games also available on the ESPN app. Coverage starts at noon on ACC Network.
One thing to keep an eye on is Miami domination on the glass. That can become a separator, especially them on the offensive glass.
No good for Kapke, who had 9 quick points early. Henderson kicks it. Allen pops it over. Malovich for 3.
Yeah, but that counts as a transition basket for me. Again, you don't match up on the basketball. Forces you to collapse. You can't leave Miami with an open 3. They struggle to make threes at a high level. You don't want to give them open.
Good hands from Reneau, deflects the entry pass. Second BC turnover. Henderson downhill. Allen lost it. Gives it right back. Reaching foul on Donaldson. His first.
Pushing the ball in transition here. As you can see the drive, the defense collapsed. You got 4 guys in the paint. Great one more there by Allen.
Talk about space.
Yeah. You won't get a more open look than that. He didn't have a guy within 15 feet. I think Earl Grant was the closest defender to him.
He was, and I'm not trying to create conflict here when I tell you the official stat keeper did not score that as a fast break bucket.
That's all right. But we'll protest it.
One hand shot, no good. Offensive rebound, Shaw. Stick back 2.
With the big lineup, and that's something where I think BC can be effective on the offensive glass. And right now, with Uday out, this is a small lineup. Miami's better offensively.
Donaldson kicks it. Malovich, not this time. Shaw has been active since he entered. That's his 4th rebound. Payne. Looked good on the way, would not stay down. Donaldson through the trees. Doesn't get the bounce. Kapke the rebound. Here comes BC. Payne's calling for it. Hand will take it. And Reneau picks up his first foul.
Hayden Shaw is always trying to find ways to impact the game. And here he gets on the offensive glass. That is a great offensive rebound and finish here. He does a lot of his best work on the defensive end of the floor.
First miss at the line today for Boston College. Jay Lucas just turned 37 in December. When he was introduced this past March as the new Miami coach, he said that his whole life has prepared him for this moment. Of course, his father, John, All-American in Maryland, 14 years in the league, head coach of the Spurs, Sixers, and Cavs. Comes from a basketball family and then some.
He's ready for this. Opportunity there. This dad is still energetic. Got a chance to see him last week when he was at the game in Miami. And see big brother there. I mean, he is well prepared.
By the way, that was Miami's 4th turnover in the last 4 minutes. And we've got a 1-point game. Donald Hand Jr. knocks down the 3. Henderson at the other end into double figures here in the half for Miami.
Just that quick, you score a basket, and again, you have Shelton Henderson flying downhill coming at you. You have got to put your chest in front of him. You cannot give him any angles. He's just too athletic and too strong.
Oh, nice move. Silky finish from the strong Bowden Kapke. 11 and a half for Kapke. Eagles trailed by as many as 10. Back within 1 again.
This is where I think Trey Donaldson's got to be aggressive, but you worry about fatigue at some point.
Henderson this time creating. Payne smacks it out of his grasp. 7 to shoot for Miami.
He comes off this ball screen, no hesitation. DJ Hand. Dad's here watching. He loves to see that.
Donald Sr., 3-year captain at Virginia. Reneau, we got a whistle to travel.
Great job,
Miami turnover.
Yeah, great job back there. They're holding his ground, walling up, using the baseline as an extra defender. That's just excellent defense there.
Boston College has only led for 38 seconds in this first half. They jumped in front 10-9. They get a chance to take the lead in the locker room right here. Less than a second separating the game clock and the shot clock.
There's no shot blocking on the floor for Miami. Your BC, get 2 feet in the paint, get some type of rotation, and then find the open teammate.
5 seconds. Payne crosses over with 3. Payne stepped out of bounds. Miami ball with 1.9 remaining.
That's been the Achilles heel for BC. They defend well enough to keep themselves in. On the offensive end of the floor, you have a chance for the last shot. You've got to get a field goal attempt.
No fouls to give for BC. Malovitz from midcourt. Over the backboard. And that is how the open 33-29 of the half and lost by 10. Big stretch of games coming up for Miami, starting with North Carolina on Tuesday. Tar Heels, I've heard, are playing tonight against some team from nearby. I think they wear a darker shade of blue.
I can't remember. I can't think of which team you're talking about.
Oh, we got it on the ground. It's Duke.
Hard to say for us weight guys, huh?
Henderson at the line after the foul picked up by Hand. Only 3 turnovers for Boston College today, so Miami, team that often feasts, creating turnovers leading to offense. No points off turnovers so far today. That was obviously a key for Earl Grant coming in.
Both teams usually do a really good job of taking care of the basketball. Miami with 8 first half turnovers led to a couple of easy baskets for BC.
They leave Payne open. He cannot make him pay. Pull up Henderson, short.
That's the next development in his game, is to catch and shoot open threes. Once he gets that down, it just elevates his play as he continues to expand his game. And a really good on-ball defender.
Needs to get better from the free throw line, too. That was something Jay Lucas has talked about. Payne, well defended by Dante Allen. So Taves again forced to fire. Hastings got a hand on the rebound, but could not secure it. Then he takes a tumble. Donaldson bulldozes over Taves. It's an offensive foul.
It's a good call by the officials. I'm surprised sometimes this isn't called more.
Number 2 on Trey Donaldson.
Does a great job. Like guys watching the NBA, they initiate the contact first. And great job there by Taves, taking it right there in the chest. I think he had no question but to call that an offensive foul.
I like how Luka didn't flop, and he still got the call. He stayed on his feet. If they didn't call it, he was still right there.
When you got a coach that spends half of his time coaching in the defensive stance, you got to learn how to defend. Be tough doing it.
Kapke fires. And the rebound for Henderson, his 6th board. Miami's plus 11 on the glass. Big reason is this guy. Reneau hits the cutting. Uday. Officials looking at each other. Miami leads 35-33. BC hasn't led since the score was 10-9. Trailed by as many as 10, but they have hung around. Taves looking for Hastings. Hastings over the back. That's Jaden's 3rd foul of the game. Here's this weekend's ACC Network gymnastics schedule. Coming up later today, number 20 Cal squares off against number 16 Clemson. That's at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific. And tomorrow we'll wrap up the weekend with a Tobacco Road rivalry. 12th ranked North Carolina, number 22 NC State, 4 Eastern. Both meets also available, like everything else, on the ESPN app. Late whistle. Foul is on hand, his 2nd.
Donald Hand doesn't like the foul, but I thought the foul was earlier.
Yeah, the foul was on Taves.
On Taves with the left hand, he grabbed him. Donald Hand is like, that is not my foul.
Earl Grant asked them to. And he said, hey, the foul was on Taves, not Hand. Would they look and reconsider that? We have seen officials determine
no, without question. I don't think it's
who that foul was on. But I'm not sure Earl has made that case. If it was on Taves, it would have been his 2nd. Instead, it's Hand's 2nd. One of them's a 14 points per game score, and one's a 6-point per game score.
Yeah, if that was his 3rd, maybe 4th foul, he'd definitely be challenging that. It's Malik Reneau, they continued to defend him one-on-one, and if I'm Miami, I like that matchup. I'm going to continue to go to him.
15 for Reneau. And puts it on the floor. Taves fakes it. Kapke attacking Reneau. May have shuffled the puppies, but he scores 2 off the glass.
He's a really skilled big guy. Whatever he gives you from a 3-point line is beneficial, but when he gets in that paint, he's capable of scoring over either shoulder.
Reneau, strong take right into the belly of Aiden Shaw.
I think Aiden Shaw has a lot of length, but he's giving up a lot of pounds to a really strong Malik Reneau inside.
And creates the contact with Henderson and draws the 2nd foul on Shelton Henderson.
These 2 guys have been going at it all game long. They have not disappointed in this matchup. Kapke there with a nice lefty lay, kissing it off the glass, not to be undone. Malik Reneau goes right through Aiden Shaw's chest. So dominant getting to that left hand.
Reneau is right now 6 of 14 from the floor. Taves not looking to score. Payne is. Hasn't been his day from the field. Now 3 of 13, 0 for 5 from deep. Off Hand's foot. Miami ball.
They're starting to struggle scoring the basketball. And again, when we talked about BC, their issues are on the offensive end of the floor. Like that last possession, that's good offense. Payne gets a good look. He's just unable to knock it down. They're going to defend well enough to keep themselves in the game. The number for them is, can they get to 70 to give themselves a chance to win games like this?
We're only halfway to 70 right now, and the free throw percentage has left something to be desired in the past. 4 of 5 from the line so far today. Reneau again, right around Shaw.
Yeah, you got to be careful again. Earl Grant's got some decisions he's got to make. Because he's sent help to Malik Reneau. When you do that, then you open up shots for other guys. But right now, Reneau has it going.
Can't let Reneau beat you. Luka Taves all the way. His first two.
Luka Taves been looking to pass the ball a lot, hanging on the perimeter. Great job there, just putting his head down and getting in the rim.
Reneau again. This time he lost it. The Eagles stayed home defensively, and it paid off that time.
You can see the philosophy approaches to, just to defend Reneau one-on-one, cut the water off for everyone else. Allow him to go for his numbers and just don't let everyone else get involved.
Taves to Kapke. Oh, it's Payne inside, could not finish. Donaldson at the other end with a hop, skip, and a jump for two. First field goal for Trey Donaldson. He's got 3 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists in the game.
I don't think he's nearly as aggressive as he needs to be. The lack of depth from this Miami Hurricane lineup.
That's a big bucket for Boston College. DJ Hand into double figures for the 19th time in 23 games this season. You can feel it teetering there.
Yeah, more importantly, he's efficient right now.
Miami throws it away. Reneau, bad pass, lazy pass to Donaldson.
Malik Reneau has gotten it going here to start the second half. He's continued a strong effort here with 19. Can he hold on? Here comes Steve. And Boozer and Caleb Wilson, and I don't know how many times in that great rivalry has the best player on both teams played in the same position and will be matching up against each other, but that's going to be, I think, a great game here in Chapel Hill.
You think Duke stays undefeated in the league, or do you think Carolina gets them tonight?
Ooh. I don't think they stay undefeated. I do think they'll drop a game, whether it's tonight or another game.
Decent look for Hand, but he could not connect. And Miami's got the ball on a 3-point lead here at Connie Forum and Chestnut Hill. Trey Donaldson in the lane for Miami. Reneau's on the bench, and Henderson was fouled. Payne, with his hand caught in the cookie jar there, picks up his first.
You can see now what Jay Lucas has to do. Malik Reneau's out of the game. You're going to him early. Now that he's out, the ball will be in Trey Henderson's hand a lot. And look for Shelton Henderson and Trey Donaldson, I'm sorry. They're going to initiate the offense.
It was a beautiful pass. The lane was wide open, and Altuntas could not make the catch.
That's a lot of spin on that bounce pass there. You often tell you guys, if you don't see the numbers, you don't throw the pass. That one maybe should have had a little air under it. 16 guys don't like catching passes that low.
Kapke too strong off the window there. Allen a blur down the floor to Henderson. Back to Allen for three.
His development, everyone talks about Shelton Henderson's development. Allen has just been, I think Dante Allen's also, the last couple of games, his minutes have gone up. Now he's in the starting lineup. He's becoming more and more comfortable. And not for that wrist injury, hand injury early in the year, he'd be even more comfortable. He's been playing really good basketball.
Important shot. Forte missed it left. Henderson downhill.
You've got to get back and corral him in transition. Allowing him to play one-on-one.
I think it's just giving opportunities, because if he doesn't score it right there, you can do nothing but foul.
Hurricanes have made their last 6 field goal attempts. Meanwhile, BC's gone cold. Scoring drought north of 2 minutes. Miami a chance to stretch it back to double digits. Donaldson pulls up, buries the jumper. Timeout, Earl Grant. Miami matches its largest lead, up 10.
Miami starting to figure things out. They get stops. You've got to run back. Get your body in front of the basketball. You don't do it, you don't match up. Dante Allen makes them pay. Yeah, it starts on the defensive end. They've been able to get stops, and as we talked about, quickly transitioning on the offensive end of the floor. Scoring the last 7 field goals here. They drop back into that zone.
It's a foul on Allen. 3 shots coming here for DJ Hand.
Donald Hand's been really efficient here in this game. He shot the basketball really well. Listen, only 2 shots, has 12 points. Didn't hesitate when he got that opportunity.
Wednesday night on the ACC Network. I have the privilege of being alongside Dan Bonner and Jim Boeheim at Clemson for the Hokies and the Tigers. And then Doug Sherman and Scott Williams have the call from Atlanta for the Demon Deacons and the Yellow Jackets. Wednesday night doubleheader on the ACC Network. Randolph, you'll be at the Dome on Wednesday night, correct?
I will. See Coach Boeheim's.
Dress warm.
Don't remind me. I've learned from being here.
It has been particularly Syracusey here in Boston the past couple of days from a snow standpoint. No good for Donaldson this time.
That's not a good shot there by Trey Donaldson. Really good defense by Boston College.
Currently feels like 5 degrees here in Chestnut Hill with the snow falling outside Connie Forum.
That's why you and I, even though you're originally from here, you live in North Carolina now.
Yeah, I've become a wimpy Southerner.
You and I both, my friend. You and I both.
Malovitz passes it up, feeds inside. Oh! Shaw called for the foul. He had a lot of ball, but also some body, as Altuntas had big ambitions inside for Miami.
He did. If you want him to catch the basketball, instead of throwing a bounce pass, just throw it up high.
Definitely on the arm.
Yeah, it's a really good challenge there by Aiden Shaw. It's a little bit of the arm, and got to make him earn it. Can't give him the layup. And that's why you make the foul there. You don't give him a layup. He only shoots 41% from the free throw line.
While we have a moment, are you going to make the fans in Boston happy and pick the Patriots to win tomorrow night, or are you riding with Seattle?
Wow. Can I get out of Boston before I answer it? I know who you're going for.
Not if the snow has anything to say about it. Well, the Winter Olympics just began, too, and you spent time around Milan Cortina. You, of course, played in Italy.
I did. There in Varese, Italy. Maybe 30, 40 minutes outside of Milan there.
What's one thing that folks should know about Milan that you know that people may not realize?
Ooh. Depends on which stage of life you're in when you go.
It's a big shot, Caleb Steger.
Fashion capital of the world, baby. That's what you think.
All right. Eagles back within 6.
Yeah, but they're not going anywhere. They're just too good defensively. This is a game of runs, and BC will find a way to get back into this game.
We tick into the 4th quarter of this ball game. Oh, that looked like a foul on Henderson. No call. Donald Hand ended up on his keister. Earl Grant is beside himself. He might get teed up, and he might be right. Three won't go. Allen the rebound. Momentum for Miami. Dante Allen rejected by Forte.
Well, Earl Grant earned that one because I thought it was a lot of contact on that possession, and the officials didn't call it.
Bad pass by Forte. Miami gets it back. First turnover of the second half for BC. That's only their fourth turnover this whole game.
I think that's why they're in this game, but they don't have an answer for that guy.
Missed dunk by Reneau. He thought he was fouled. Hand contact. And we get a whistle, which allows us to take breath and go back to this Henderson play.
But one adjustment Miami has made, they put Shelton Henderson in the post. Hand does a really good job of moving his feet. You see that left arm extend a little bit there with Henderson. And good thing Earl Grant doesn't cuss, because that's why I don't think he got a T there. He definitely was letting the officials know.
That awkward hitch for DJ Hand has hampered his free throw shooting.
There's been a lot of conversation about that in the offseason.
You're a shooter. What does that say to you?
It wasn't as bad as it was. A year ago, he didn't do it as much. This year, he just really seems to emphasize it, and I don't know what he was working on. He tends to move it to the top. It looks like he's trying to move it more from the middle of his body over to his right side. And doesn't do it as much on his jump shot, but he really does it a lot on his free throws.
He's 4 of 7 at the line, 4 of 6 from the field. BC's leading scorer with 15. Noam Tovrat to Timo Malovitz. Payne takes the rebound away from Steger.
That's an open look there that Mamlovic, he's got to knock that shot down.
That's a foul. Yeah, pretty good defense from Dovrat up until the foul. First on Dovrat. 5th team foul on Miami.
And he's playing hard there. Got a deflection, just couldn't quite get to it. You're trying to steal minutes with him in a game right now, and this is the Miami team now that these guys are going to have to play.
And this is where Miami's lack of depth can be a factor. If BC can make some shots and get some bounces, like right there from Caleb Steger. The heck of a horse shot.
Yeah, looked good leaving his hand. Got the lucky bounce. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Reneau and one. Second foul on Kapke. And Reneau over 20. Reneau to complete the three-point play, unable to do so. Miami, 9 of 17 at the free throw line, 53%.
Yeah, but they're only 68 on the year, and they've struggled when they've had the wrong guys take free throws. And Malik Reneau has been one of the guys who shot nearly 80% all year long. He struggled here this afternoon.
Steger's pass intercepted. Second turnover of the half, 5th of the game for BC. Dante Allen fires. Rebound Hand.
BC is going to get in the paint and force Allen and the other wings to knock shot. Even Donaldson, they're running them in to help. But they're late to close out. They want to control the paint and force Miami to beat you shooting threes, and that's not what Miami want to do.
Hastings going at Reneau. Over the shot blocker, Uday, who came to help.
He teases you with his ability and athleticism to finish around the rim. I mean, he gives you everything defensively. Offensively, he's capable of turning over both shoulders.
Glimpses of his tantalizing talent, and it's a pretty consistent picture for Malik Reneau.
Well, these guards at Boston College have got to help on that ball screen. They're essentially setting a 1 or a 2-4 ball screen. The Boston College guards are not helping. Got to give that big man some help. Can't allow Malik Reneau to turn the corner.
Donald Hand Jr. the deficit in half.
He's heating up. His dad approves. He's got the hot hand for Boston College. Bowden Kempty had it going in the first half, and he has it going here in the second half.
Hastings the steal. Payne leads the break. Payne makes it a one-point game. Timeout, Jay Lucas. Conti Forum coming alive. It was pit wrestler Jordan Villarreal, Boston College softball third baseman Janice Espinoza, Stanford women's basketball star Nunu Aguirre. The featured athlete special all-access show begins 9 Eastern Tuesday night right here on ACC Network and the ESPN app. Under 6 minutes to play in a one-point game. Malik Reneau chested away by Kapke. Reneau turns the corner and missed another dunk.
He has missed 2 dunks and 2 layups at the rim here this afternoon, and he's done a great job of staying in attack mode, but he's got to finish.
Boston College takes their first lead since it was 10-9. And hand is over 20. Danger time for Miami on the road. Henderson retakes the lead quickly for the Hurricanes.
I think Donald Hand Jr. is going to have to front Shelton Henderson at the post. Boston College has shown they are not double-teaming anyone in the post.
Our third and fourth lead changes of the day in the last 30 seconds. Final 5 minutes in Chestnut Hill. A dangerous pass. Reneau read it all the way.
There's a lot of length and athleticism on the court.
Donaldson to the basket.
When it's money time, Evan, they're going to put the ball in Trey Donaldson's hand.
Are we in the 9th inning yet, or is it
We're
still
not there.
This like a 6-out save?
Yeah, this is like the middle reliever time right now. We hadn't got there yet.
7th, 8th inning. Kapke too far on the catch. The reach and foul on Allen. It's the 6th team foul on Miami.
This is the guy that we thought we were going to get all season long, and he struggled early, but he is in his bag here this afternoon with 20 points for BC. And Trey Donaldson is just doing what he does when the time matters, and Miami needs a play to be made.
Hand scored 20 against Virginia, but this is his best game in ACC play this year. 6 of 8 from the floor, 4 of 6 from 3. Still 4 minutes to go. Hand blocked from behind by Henderson, but he fights back. Kapke, got it!
Great play there by Donald Hand Jr. He gets the shot blocked and just finds the open man.
I've heard analysts around the country use the word stick-to-itiveness. That was the case there for Hand. Double comes, kick out, Donaldson, 3, answers. Big shot, Miami. Trey Donaldson into double figures with 10, and he quiets the crowd here at Connie. Kapke. Inside Hastings with a loud 2.
BC is really passing the ball to each other, finding the open man. They're rewarding their teammates with unselfish play. What a game as we head down inside of 3 minutes.
Henderson, count it, and 1. My man Randolph, it has become a barn burner late, back and forth. 2:49 to play. This has turned into a riveting back and forth ball game. Trey Donaldson, 9 of his 10 in the second half. He's also got 7 rebounds and 5 assists. But it was Shelton Henderson who, on the attack, has a free throw here to reach 20 points. He missed it. Rebound, Kapke poked away. It comes to Uday. Can Miami take advantage of this gift of an extra possession?
Yeah, but I don't think anything makes a coach madder than giving up an offensive rebound off a free throw, particularly when you're playing a team that you know is struggling from the three-point line. I mean, from free throw line.
Down. Reneau recognizes it, and it rounds out.
It's another missed opportunity by Malik Reneau. He's getting to the rim.
How did that not go in? Capty inside. Reneau playing with 2 fouls. Can be physical. Hand. Well defended by Henderson. And it's stolen by Donaldson. To 3-on-1 or a 1-on-0. Dante Allen throws it down. Miami by 5.
BC has done a great job all afternoon of taking care of the basketball. Only 5 turnovers. But that 6th turnover comes at a critical time when it was a 1-possession game. Now they're down 5.
Capke. Rebound Donaldson. Miami will take some air out of the ball here.
You're going to get a ball screen here, some type of action with Malik Reneau and Trey Donaldson.
It's a go-to play for the Kings.
I just think, you know, you run your ball screen stuff, and here he comes, and let the games begin.
Donaldson splits the double, but he was fouled by Hastings. Number 4 on Jaden Hastings.
At the end of the day, when you're playing Miami, the game is going to come down to this play. How do you guard the ball screen with Trey Donaldson, Malik Reneau? They do it. They empty out that side. They clear it out for a 2-man game, and you have to be prepared to defend that play when you're playing the Hurricanes.
18 foul on BC, 1-and-1 here for Donaldson. He's one of the better free throw shooters for Miami. And he calmly converts to make it a 6-point game.
That's why I call him Mariano Rivera, baby. We're in the bottom of the 9th right now, and you got to go to your closer.
Of course, Red Sox fans remember Mariano Rivera coming in Game 4 of the 2004 ALCS. Kevin
Spoken
Millar
like a true Boston.
Through the block. Bill Miller smacked one up the middle. And on opening day next year, Mariano was cheered at Fenway. The rest is history. Big shot. Boston College needed it. 4-point game with a minute to go.
You got to extend pressure here. You don't have to foul. But this possession here, this is the game. If you're BC, you got to get a stop, because when you get this ball back, you'll be probably 30 seconds left in this game, or 25 seconds left. And you've got to get a stop.
Donaldson flips it. Uday with the dagger jam.
Now, if you're Miami, you don't want to give up a 3. You got to get up, extend your defense beyond the 3-point line.
Timeout, BC. 25.4 remaining. How about that pass from Donaldson?
Just a great pass by Trey Donaldson. Like I said, you just put the ball in his hands and allow him to make plays. Here, he comes off. If you're a guard and you switch and you don't get below Ernest Uday, you better have weak side help. They didn't have either. Didn't do it right, and they paid the price in a critical basket that may be the dagger for Boston College.
7th assist of the game for Donaldson. He's also got 8 rebounds and 12 points. Unless we go to overtime, it's probably not going to be triple-double, but he'll be fine wrapping it up, headed back to sunny South Florida. Well, in ACC games, BC has more often than not been close. But a couple key mistakes. Really, when Capke got the rebound and then it had it smacked away, and then the ensuing offensive possession, BC, those are 2 of BC's 7 turnovers in the game.
Evan, it's just a critical, I mean, that's been the issue with BC. They're really close to being a really good team, in the sense that they're right there. They're in these moments. And like we said, I told you the magical number for them is, can they get to 70? That just seems to be a number that when you're playing them, you feel good when you get above 70, because you know BC is going to struggle to score.
Sound like Josh Pastner a few years ago with Georgia Tech, saying over and over again, we got to get to 70.
Yeah, you know. And in today's climate, when so many teams are built to be able to score the basketball, it forces you to do it. And
You put too much pressure on your defense against her, and they're a really good defensive team, as good as any in the ACC.
Tough shooting day for Fred Payne. 1 of 8 from 3, 5 of 18 overall. Tough for BC
And
to
it's
win.
going to happen, right? He's been averaging 20 points a game in the last 8 games, and he has an off night. And that's the problem you have when your team has offensive struggles.
Hand fouls Henderson. Number 4 on DJ. And the 9th team foul. So 1-and-1 here for Henderson. 3 for 5 at the line today. 58% on the season coming into today for this talented freshman from Houston. His nephew is the Hall of Fame running back Eric Dickerson. Sounds like you're taking the Seahawks.
I think I'm gonna lean on the defensive front of the Seahawks right now. I think that's where I'm gonna go.
Missed free throw, and then a lazy, dejected foul from TJ Hand. That's his 5th. Little things becoming big things late for BC. As DJ fouls out with 20 points.
He gave it his all. Played really well, really efficient. Took good shots and was rewarded for it. Really good offensive game here. Hadn't had a lot of help. He and Bowden Kapke did all they could on the offensive end of the floor to keep BC in it. Just not enough help.
So it looks like Miami's going to get the road win. Road wins this year at Wake Forest, Notre Dame, Syracuse, and in 8 seconds here at BC. Steger, 3 no. Kapke, stick back, yes. 2.3 to go. Timeout, Boston College. In a 5-point game.
That, and you can simulate it all you want or try to. It's just a hard adjustment to make, and not many teams have been able to do it.
Clemson beat Stanford by 2 on Wednesday. Miami gets it in. BC gives the foul with 1.6 remaining. The odds are not in Boston College's favor right now, Randolph.
Yeah, I've seen some miracles. I don't know if we're capable of seeing one up 5. The opposing team at the free throw line and 1 second left. I wonder if Trey Donaldson has probably been told to make both free throws, but if this game was relatively close.
This is the equivalent of victory formation here for Miami.
Yeah, this was close enough. You just tell them to miss it.
Hurricanes haven't beaten BC since January of 2023. Eagles had won the last 4 in the series, a streak that is about to end in 1.6 seconds. BC is going to fall short of 70, barring a last-second shot.
Yeah, that's the magical number.
Eagles have the Bay Area West Coast teams coming here this week. Stanford on Wednesday, Cal next Saturday. And Miami